Morning with the lone English daily, the Guardian Post. The Guardian Post newspaper is focusing on the towns of Bafoussam and Buda. According to the paper, Bafoussam, Buda transformed into paradise. Governor Awafonka Augustine shares story of turning route to the transformation of the cities of Buda and Bafoussam that began with sustained sensitization on keeping the towns clean. More details in this edition of the Guardian Post newspaper. The Guardian Post is also telling us that Senator Fonchafa has stormed Fumban Palace with over 500-man delegation. The 500-man delegation were on their condolence visit to the said palace of the Fumban people, as we are told by the Guardian Post newspaper. Senator Chafa, who is equally a traditional ruler from the northwest region of Cameroon, led a 500-man delegation to the Fumban Palace. Let's leave the Guardian Post newspaper. We are with the National Bilingual Daily Cameroon Tribune. Cameroon Tribune is telling us about a Fecafoot election, and we are told that Samuel Eto'o started work yesterday. He was received by the Minister of Sports and Physical Education, Professor Narcisse Mwele Kombi, and both men discussed the upcoming AFCON 2021 in the country, and equally Samuel Eto'o visited some sports infrastructure in Yaoundé. Let's talk about this donation by the First Lady, Mrs. Chantal Biya, to the Northwest and Southwest internally displaced persons in Twi in the center region. Serac brings varied support to internally displaced persons of the Anglophone crisis. The humanitarian association created by the First Lady Chantal Biya was in the locality yesterday, December 13, 2021, with diverse gifts for internally displaced persons, IDP, from the two English-speaking regions of the country. School materials and food items were amongst the lots dished out to the concerned, and it was chaired, or it was supervised by Mrs. Rose Mba Acha Fomunda, who happens to be the minister delegate at the presidency in charge of Supreme State Audit, representing the Serac's founding president at the said ceremony. More details on page 13 of this edition of the National Bilingual Daily Cameroon Tribune. On to the Star newspaper. The Star newspaper is focusing on the victory of former captain of the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon, Samuel Eto'o. Samuel Eto'o's victory, according to the paper, is good omen for Cameroon. Let's stay with the Star newspaper to talk about this award given by the Canadian High Commissioner to some human rights activists in the country. Canadian High Commissioner shines light on two human rights defenders in the country. More details in this edition of the Star newspaper. We end with municipal updates. Municipal updates newspaper this morning is interested in the inaugural ceremony which took place in Bafoussam, talking about the inauguration of the Bafoussam Regional Hospital Center. Prime Minister Chief Dr. Joseph Diongute over the weekend inaugurated the said facility, as we are told, and the paper is telling us that how separatists blocked construction of Boya and Bamenda referral hospitals, and of the 10 regional hospitals planned nationwide, only those of Boya and Bamenda, whose construction separatists interrupted, are yet to be realized. Thank you for watching television, as we are back in the studio to continue with our discussions this morning. And we are told that Metrie NDive is already on the line to London, and he is joining us this morning as usual. Good morning, Metrie Alex, and welcome to the program. Seemingly, okay, Metrie, we are talking about the Samuel Eto'o, who has been elected as the Fecafoot, or the new president of Fecafoot, and he began work immediately after he was elected. When he was declared as a winner, what was your reaction as a football lover?
Yes, I made it clear to you ago that I want a good week. I made it clear because I had my reasons things, and I want to congratulate Mr. Samuel Eto'o. Change can come from any direction. Eto's victory is a stepping stone to whether it's economical, political, or social change. I welcome it. And what is very important to me, not going to be any salary, but going to be saving taxpayers' money. That's good for us. Samuel Eto'o have got an image. That image means he can attract international investor. Then another important part I want to talk about is that Samuel Eto'o's victory points out the fact that we have double standards in Cameroon. One rule for another person about double nationality. Some people are compact, and other people can have dual nationality. So he also points that to us.
Okay, Metrie, some people believe that Samuel Eto'o's selection means nothing because he's getting into a system that is so difficult, corrupt, and marked by the influence or high hands of politicians in the country, that he cannot change anything when it comes to football in Cameroon.
To some extent, some people could say that, but I believe FIFA too is corrupt to some level. Is responsible for FECAFOOT. So I believe the government of Cameroon will not be able to meddle into it, because if the government wants to stop it from doing something, FIFA have got powers to sanction them. So I believe there's going to be change. Change comes gradually.
But FIFA has been there before Eto'o. Now, why has FIFA not also, influenced how football has been managed in the country?
No, FIFA have done that. I'm sure they have sanctioned or worked Cameroon several times. So the government of Cameroon cannot just control FIFA. FIFA, I know, I told you that is a criminal conspiracy. But at the end of the day, Cameroon government cannot. I know there will be change. Let me tell you 100%. Eto'o can attract investment. Eto'o can call Drogba, other Vola come for charity to do something to contribute. Those are the positivity about Eto'o fees. He can attract something. I'll tell you something. When we had what is that in London? We had this Olympics in London. Do you know what happened? I was in the yeah.
Oof. Apparently, we are having an issue with Metrie Alex's line. Let me come back to you, Joe Ngong. We are talking about Samuel Eto'o, former captain of the Indomitable Lions. That has been he was just elected president of FECAFOOT, and he's already at work. Many people think that Eto'o's victory is reawakening how politics or how leadership, youth leadership, has to be carried out in Cameroon.
Yes, honestly, I really want to applaud Samuel Eto'o first of all for imposing transparency during these FECAFOOT elections. Yes, because for the first time in Cameroon, I'm sure this is one of the FECAFOOT elections that Cameroonians have followed from campaigns right up to the date of the election, up to the time of the proclamation of the result. I'm sure this is one of the FECAFOOT elections that have been highly mediatized in this country, and I want to applaud Samuel Eto'o's effort for that. And I want to say that his victory goes a long way to inspire Cameroonian youth. Yes, it goes a very, very long way to inspire the youth. At least we now know that at some point there will come a time when youths can actually take that power from the "I will die in power" leaders that we have in this country. We know that youth also have a say. Well, maybe Samuel Eto'o because he's popular and
he has made a lot of money.
Exactly, but at least he has given us that hope. he has given us that hope that he can do it, and Cameroonians believe in him. I think it's enough for a start. People, I was going through social media and I saw comments. People were saying that, oh, well, let's wait for him. He just got into the system, and it's just a matter of time before he eventually.
Metrie, you want to say something? I can hear you from the.
What the lady is saying.
Yes.
What she's saying that youth are inspired. I want to tell you that Aijo was president when he was 18. years old. The same Eto is 40 years old today. Paul Biya was 49 when he was president. So this thing about you, let's not be talking as if you
No, but for some time, so sometime now, we've not had any young man to muster that courage to be able to challenge the old people.
The issue is, Eto is not a youth to me. It's not a youth, it's an old man, it's a grandfather. We should stop this thing about youth. Aito was younger than him. We are the one, the so-called youth, who are allowing these people to be in power. We should be very careful. We are the one. If you want change, the so-called youth, it's up to you to bring the change. Phobia is not in power or other people because of whatsoever. Eto is an inspiration, yes. But I keep on, I have to bring this point again. Eto have got dual nationality and they deny other people to stand for office. Why should they allow Eto? I'm not taking out his victory and congratulating Eto. Eto was not the established.
But you don't have any proof to show that he has two nationalities. He's a Spanish national.
When 16 years old, I can tell you Eto is a Spanish citizen, and if I'm saying something that is wrong, Eto can sue me for defamation. Eto is a Spanish citizen. He wouldn't have played football in the European Union if he didn't have European or that Spanish citizen.
But when he was playing for Cameroon, he was not a Spanish citizen. I didn't hear you say that when he was playing for Cameroon.
To be honest, Eto, you say you didn't hear me say that. I don't know where you wanted me to say that because I've been talking on different platforms. So I'm just telling you, I have nothing against Eto. Is a Cameroonian. Dede Yango is a Cameroonian. Richard Bona is a Cameroonian. I hate when people see their own brother. They use things political motivation and Cameroon. That's my point. I'm happy to be Cameroon.
Mais est-ce que le fait que peut-être dans l'exercice de ses fonctions, il a été obligé de signer une nationalité pour pouvoir avancer, enlève le fait qu'il soit un Camerounais de souche pure?
Look, I don't deal with conjecture. We are saying that whether he wanted to do his function or what, to me, Eto is a Cameroonian, he's not a Spanish. People use this dual nationality to try to reject people who don't support this dysfunctional system in Cameroon.
So your problem is that other people have been deprived of their nationality, their rights, because they got another nationality.
Whether they have it or not, those paper nationality doesn't matter. Deli Eyambo is more Cameroonian than Paul Biya. So you cannot tell me that Deli Eyambo, you cannot tell me that.
He lives in Konsamba.
That's why I say it's more Cameroonian than Paul Biya to me. When you go all over the way, talk about Deli Eyambo, that Cameroonian, that is, then you come and say, no, he has got American citizenship. We should stop this hypocrisy. We must stop this double standard.
Okay, we must stop the double standard. Let's now talk about the inauguration of the Bafoussam Regional Hospital Center. And Municipal Updates newspaper this morning is telling us that out of the 10 hospitals that were earmarked to be constructed by the government of Cameroon, only those of the northwest and southwest have not been realized because of separatist activities.
Yes, this goes to tell me that Cameroon is a failed state. Cameroon, they are not able to govern, to bring law and order because the government is not fit for purpose. And I will tell you this thing. This is very important. Chiruma, I don't know, I'm not sure. Is where? In Paris, receiving treatment. Why do we need hospital that our ministers, our leaders, our politicians, they cannot go there? We don't need those hospitals because they are there for guinea pigs. If those hospitals were good, Nyam Jifenji will not be coming abroad for treatment and our leaders. It is rubbish. It is not fit for purpose. Our leaders have told us that's why they always come abroad for treatment.
No, are you telling me that Metrie is gone, Gwladys? Okay. Are you there, Metrie? Yes, I was asking, yes. Don't you think that Cameroon has not got that resources to be able to construct well-standard medical facilities?
Hospital is not a building. Hospital is the equipment. We have money to put those equipment in those hospitals. Unfortunately, it's been embezzled by Desiree Engo, Mendoze, Titus Ezwa, you name the rest. They steal the money that we can use it to buy those equipment in the hospital. Hospital is not just a building.
Okay, hospital is not just a building. One last question.
Maître, une dernière question. Parlons à présent de l'article 93 du texte de loi qui a été voté, on peut dire, pour les tontines ou contre les tontines au Cameroun, où on demande à ces bénéficiaires, à ces personnes qui bouffent les tontines, de donner un pourcentage à l'État camerounais, au trésor camerounais.
Djangi, maître.
I know I'm not sure 100% how tontine and Djangi. What do the law say? Could you explain it to me, please?
Yeah, yes, the tontine she's talking about is Njangi, that henceforth, as per what has been voted in Parliament, people who benefit the Njangi will have to pay some percentage to the public treasury, like tax.
It goes back to me, I understand now. I'm against the government of Cameroon taxing people. Why? No development, no tax. I'm anti-tax for Cameroon government because most tax in Cameroon, they take tax, they don't development. No development, no tax. That's my policy. I don't see why they keep on taxing people when we don't have the motorway in Cameroon for.
No, but this one now appears to be controversial because we are talking about people who don't have the means to go to bank and loan money or do whatever. They decide to form or group themselves into small associations, and then they keep their money. They are telling us that henceforth they will have to give some percentage to the government once they benefit from the set money coming from the association.
Our government wants to bleed our people about that. My point is, I'm not against that. Telling people, if the government cannot prove that they can do or develop our country, people should not pay tax. The people are the sovereign people. The government are, to me, to some extent, they are illegitimate at the moment. We don't see president. We see only a picture of the president behind people's desk. People should not pay tax to a government that does not develop the country.
Mais comment est-ce qu'ils sont supposés le faire, vu que c'est une loi qui a été votée à la session parlementaire au Cameroun?
Metrie, you are saying that Parliament is the best way. You are campaigning, you are urging people to vote massively, and then you are the representative you are counting on. These are the kind of laws they are voting.
There is law. There is something we call bad law. It doesn't mean because it's a law, it means it's right. There's bad laws, there are good laws. That's why people change laws or reform laws. My point is simple. I say Parliament is the best way. But at the moment we have those rubber stamp parliamentarians, I'm saying we have to keep them out. Like we are in Cameroon, there's a problem in northwest and southwest of Cameroon. Nobody in Parliament is talking about that. It is a useless Parliament. We need people who will go there and make their voice heard.
So what is the guarantee that if you go there, you will not become useless as you are saying, as they are?
I cannot be specific in lie. The point is there are good people in Cameroon who are not selfish, who if they go there to fight for the people. The guarantee is that I'm not the president. All my life I've been fighting for the people of Cameroon without anybody paying me. And I believe there are thousands of people in Cameroon like myself. And if I was do nothing politicians and replace them with people who are going to bring that change and stand for the people.
Thank you, Metrie. Thank you. Our time is up. See you next week, God willing. Thank you very much for taking our time this morning to talk to us. And equally, we want to say thank you to Joy Ngong for coming. And thank you too for watching Televiewers on My Media Prime. The program was produced by Johnson Vola. We were Bomotonguina, Gwladys, and myself, Lasha Kingsley. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.